Yellowstone National Park could be sitting on a time bomb. There is a supervolcano underneath the national treasure.
Yellowstone National Park, a marvel of nature, hides a seismic secret that's now trembling to the surface. Hundreds of earthquakes have struck, and scientists are on high alert. Is this the prelude to a catastrophic eruption foretold by experts? Or is there something even more mysterious at play beneath the geysers and hot springs? Join us as we delve into the recent tremors, uncovering what they mean for Yellowstone, and perhaps for the entire world. Something remarkable is happening, and you won't want to miss what scientists have discovered. Before we delve into the recent seismic activities, we need to understand the context surrounding Yellowstone National Park. Established on March 1, 1872, by President Ulysses S. Grant, Yellowstone is not just the first national park in the United States, but it's also the first of its kind in the entire world. Spanning over 2.2 million acres across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, it's a vast expanse of wilderness, geysers, hot springs, and diverse wildlife, including grizzly bears, wolves, and herds of bison and elk. But beneath this serene landscape, there's a fact that many of us sometimes forget. Yellowstone is not just a park, but a giant volcanic caldera, one of the largest active volcanic systems in the world. This caldera is part of the much larger Yellowstone Volcano Observatory, which includes geysers like Old Faithful and the Grand Prismatic Spring. And as a supervolcano, its eruptions have the potential to be thousands of times more powerful than a typical volcanic eruption. The caldera itself is a massive crater, formed during the last of 3 super eruptions over the past 2.1 million years. The first of these eruptions occurred 2.1 million years ago, creating the Huckleberry Ridge Tuff and leaving a caldera more than 60 miles across. The second, 1.3 million years ago, formed the Island Park caldera and the Mesa Falls Tuff. The most recent major eruption occurred approximately 640,000 years ago, creating the Lava Creek Tuff and forming the Yellowstone Caldera as we know it today. This eruption was so powerful that it ejected over 240 cubic miles of rock, ash, and volcanic gases into the atmosphere, causing a global temperature drop and affecting ecosystems worldwide. Imagine a force so great that it could blanket the entire continent with ash, disrupt global climate, and lead to widespread destruction. The ashfall from such an eruption could bury cities and farmlands, leading to catastrophic consequences for agriculture and infrastructure. The release of sulfur aerosols could cause a volcanic winter, cooling the planet and affecting weather patterns for years. But what if I told you that the story doesn't end here? Stay with us till the end to uncover the potentially disastrous consequences of an eruption at Yellowstone, a scenario that could change the course of human history. Recent studies have revealed something astonishing. There's not just one, but 2 magma chambers beneath this giant volcano. The first magma chamber, discovered in the 1980s, is about 10 kilometers below the surface, containing about 10,000 cubic kilometers of molten material. But deeper still, between 20 and 50 kilometers below the surface, lies a second magma chamber, 4.5 times larger. This deeper chamber was discovered through seismic imaging, and it's a groundbreaking revelation. Together, these chambers hold enough molten rock to fill the Grand Canyon nearly 14 times over. This discovery doesn't increase the chance of an eruption, but it does mean that the shallow chamber can be replenished again and again, providing a continuous source of energy for the park's geothermal features. What does this mean for the park, and why is it significant? Well, in the heart of America's first national park, a shocking geological drama is unfolding. Yellowstone recently became the stage for a seismic spectacle that has left scientists and spectators alike on edge. Within a span of just 12 hours, the northern portion of Yellowstone Lake experienced a series of tremors that have caught the attention of experts and the public alike. The sequence began on March 28th with a seemingly insignificant magnitude 0.7 quake. But this was just the beginning of a remarkable seismic swarm. Within half a day, at least 60 earthquakes ranging from magnitude 0.1 to 3.7 were detected. 2 of these quakes were above magnitude 3.0, with the strongest being a magnitude 3.7 at 8:24 a.m. MDT. These seismic activities were closely monitored by the University of Utah seismograph stations and the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory. Additional smaller earthquakes in the region are still under review. While earthquakes in Yellowstone are not uncommon, accounting for roughly 50% of the total seismicity in the Intermountain West region, this particular sequence has reignited discussions and fears about the big one that could strike within the park. The area is one of the most seismically active regions in the United States, experiencing between 1,000 and 3,000 earthquakes annually. Most of these are minor and go unnoticed, but the recent swarm has raised eyebrows. The very mention of a potential eruption at Yellowstone National Park is enough to send shivers down the spine of anyone familiar with the geological might of this region. For starters, it would be an event of unprecedented magnitude. The immediate vicinity of the park would witness catastrophic destruction. Lava flows, pyroclastic surges, and ashfall would obliterate everything in their path. The picturesque landscapes, rich biodiversity, and iconic geysers would be consumed by the fury of the eruption. The human toll would be devastating as well. The park and surrounding areas are frequented by millions of tourists every year. Towns and communities in the vicinity would be at grave risk, and evacuation efforts would be a monumental challenge. According to one model, the fallout from a Yellowstone supereruption could affect 3/4 of the U.S., and 90% of people within 1,000 kilometers of the blast could be killed. One of the most alarming aspects of a Yellowstone eruption would be the widespread ashfall. A major eruption could eject thousands of cubic kilometers of ash into the atmosphere, blanketing vast areas of North America. According to one map, areas as far as Missouri and Texas could receive more than 10 centimeters of ash, while areas closer to Yellowstone could be buried under several meters of ash. In addition, the massive amount of volcanic gases and aerosols released into the atmosphere would have a profound effect on the global climate. Sulfur dioxide and other gases could form a veil of aerosols in the stratosphere, reflecting sunlight and leading to a significant cooling of the Earth's surface. One study suggests that a Yellowstone supereruption could lower global temperatures by up to 12 degrees C for several years. This volcanic winter could affect weather patterns, reducing agricultural yields and leading to food scarcity in various parts of the world. In the face of a potential eruption, the lessons learned from past volcanic events must guide our approach to risk management and mitigation. But the question is the supervolcano showing signs of awakening? Or are these tremors merely the Earth's way of reminding us of its ever-present power and unpredictability? To understand this, we must delve into the geological complexity of Yellowstone. The park sits atop a hotspot, a plume of molten rock that rises from the Earth's mantle. This hotspot fuels the park's geothermal features and is responsible for the volcanic activity in the region. It's also one of the few hotspots that lie under a continental crust, as opposed to oceanic crust. The recent swarm of earthquakes that occurred near the eastern edge of the Yellowstone Caldera, close to the area where the last major eruption took place, has brought this geological wonder back into the spotlight, with many wondering whether this is a prelude to a more significant event. Seismologists and geologists are keenly analyzing the data, looking for patterns and clues that might indicate a change in the behavior of the volcanic system. The University of Utah seismograph stations and the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory have reassured the public that the recent seismicity does not indicate an imminent eruption. The earthquakes are likely related to the movement of fluids and gases beneath the surface, a natural process in such a geologically active area. The park's geothermal features, such as geysers and hot springs, are not just tourist attractions but indicators of the intense geological activity beneath the surface. Hydrothermal explosions are one such manifestation of this activity. These explosions occur when superheated water trapped below the Earth's surface rapidly converts to steam, causing a violent eruption. In Yellowstone, smaller hydrothermal explosions akin to unexpectedly large or uncharacteristic geyser events occur almost annually and could pose a hazard to anyone nearby. For instance, a hydrothermal explosion occurred at Porkchop Geyser in the Norris Geyser Basin in 1989, and the remains from the eruption can still be seen today in the form of rock debris around the surrounding central spring. And the most recent large explosion created a crater inside the park just 3,000 years ago. Landslides are another geological hazard in the region. The unstable terrain, combined with the effects of weathering and seismic activity, can lead to sudden and catastrophic landslides, blocking roads and trails, isolating parts of the park, and posing risks to hikers and motorists. These geological activities can also be further aggravated by tremors and earthquakes, which have the ability to alter geysers and hot springs and cause landslides. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Yellowstone, we can't help but recall one of the most significant seismic events in the park's history, the Hebgen Lake earthquake. Could history be about to repeat itself? With a magnitude of 7.5, the Hebgen Lake earthquake remains the largest earthquake to have hit the area in recorded history. The quake caused massive landslides, one of which dammed the Madison River and created Quake Lake. The landslide traveled at an estimated speed of 100 miles per hour and contained approximately 80 million tons of rock, soil, and debris. It swept down into the Madison River Canyon, burying a campground and causing the deaths of 28 people. Roads, bridges, and buildings were destroyed or severely damaged, not only in the immediate vicinity of the quake but also in more distant locations. The damage extended to infrastructure within Yellowstone National Park, affecting visitor access and park operations for some time. The earthquake also had a profound impact on the geothermal features of Yellowstone. Geysers that had been dormant for decades suddenly erupted, and the patterns and behaviors of others changed dramatically. For example, the famous Old Faithful geysers' eruption intervals were altered, and new hot springs and fumaroles appeared in the park. The event led to a re-evaluation of the seismic risks in the Yellowstone region and prompted significant changes in monitoring and preparedness. The U.S. Geological Survey and other agencies increased their monitoring efforts, and building codes and emergency response plans were updated to reflect the lessons learned. As scientists continue to study the wonders of Yellowstone, the world watches with bated breath, wondering what secrets are yet to be revealed. One clue might just lie in none other than Yellowstone's wildlife. From dense forests to open meadows, from steaming geysers to icy rivers, the park's landscapes provide a haven for a wide array of plant and animal species. But recently, something strange is happening. Visitors are reporting unusual encounters with wildlife, particularly bison. 2 weeks ago, a woman was gored by a bison amid repeated warnings and close calls. Another tragic incident took place just last week, where a woman was found dead on the Buttermilk Trail, 8 miles from West Yellowstone. Investigators found grizzly bear tracks at the scene, and the evidence points to a fatal bear encounter. The area has been closed for human and bear safety until August 25th, and the investigation is ongoing. The jury's still up on whether there's a connection between the wildlife behavior and the recent seismic activities. But some experts do believe that animals might be sensing something we can't. After all, they've been living in harmony with this land for thousands of years. The idea that animals can detect seismic activities before humans is not new. There have been documented cases where animals have exhibited unusual behavior before earthquakes, such as dogs barking excessively or cats hiding. In Yellowstone, the connection might be even more profound. The park's geothermal features and seismic activities are part of the natural landscape, and the wildlife has adapted to these conditions over millennia. The bison, in particular, have a deep connection to the land. They use the park's geothermal areas in winter, taking advantage of the warmth, and their migratory patterns are influenced by the geological features of the region. Could the recent changes in behavior be a response to shifts in the underground magma chambers? Are the animals reacting to vibrations or chemical changes in the environment that are beyond human perception? These are questions that scientists are now exploring, looking for correlations between animal behavior and seismic data. The behavior of animals, the flow of rivers, the eruption of geysers, and the rumble of earthquakes are all interconnected in ways that we are only beginning to understand. The threat of an earthquake or volcanic eruption in this geologically active region is a matter of serious concern, and the authorities are leaving no stone unturned in their efforts to understand, monitor, and mitigate the potential risks. the new Yellowstone Volcano and Earthquake Monitoring Plan, released by the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory, YVO, and other partners, aims to improve monitoring and hazards assessment in the region. The plan includes detailed descriptions of existing and planned monitoring systems, focusing on two categories: backbone monitoring and hydrothermal monitoring. Backbone monitoring refers to the existing region-wide surveillance network that has been in place to monitor seismic activities, ground deformation, and other geological phenomena in the Yellowstone Plateau region. This network consists of seismometers, GPS stations, and other instruments strategically placed throughout the park to provide real-time data on the geological activities occurring beneath the surface. According to the plan, this system will be further upgraded over the next decade. Hydrothermal monitoring, a new part of the plan, will track activity associated with Yellowstone's thermal and geyser basins. By measuring temperature, pressure, water chemistry, and other parameters in the thermal and geyser basins, it will provide valuable insights into the behavior of the hydrothermal system, helping to detect any unusual changes that may signal an impending geological event. The University of Wyoming, along with other scientific agencies such as the U.S. Geological Survey and the National Park Service, is actively involved in this monitoring effort, reflecting the importance of understanding and mitigating the geological hazards in the Yellowstone Plateau region. Subscribe to Beyond Discovery and see you in the next one.